pain, particularly chronic pain, doesn't work the way you probably think it does. We think of pain as I hurt myself in some way or have something go wrong inside, and that causes pain. Very cause and effect. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. As you know, if you've ever injured yourself playing sport but not noticed that you've cut your leg open or whatever it is, until somebody points it out to you. When it's pointed out to you, suddenly it hurts. And that's because pain is a complex, multifaceted experience. It begins somewhere peripherally in our body, usually, often with something that happens to us, but not always. That then sends a signal to the spinal cord. Now, there are all sorts of pain gates in the spinal cord, and they basically determine how much pain gets through. And those gates tend to be closed when we're highly active and when we're concentrating elsewhere. Hence the sporting injury where you injure yourself but don't notice until you stop what you're doing and somebody points it out to you. Then that pain gate opens and you experience the pain. Once that pain gate is open, the pain travels up to the thalamus, which is sort of the control center of the brain for a lot of this stuff. And then that signal is then relayed to various different parts of the brain. And these different parts of the brain all make up different parts of the pain experience. So you've got your primary and secondary sensory cortices. And now these are responsible for sensation. Where in my body is the pain? What has happened? Then you've got your anterior cingulate cortex, and this is about the emotional context of the pain. How upset are you by the pain? What emotional response do you have to it? I have a couple of tattoos. They hurt to get, but there was no emotional context. I wasn't stressed or worried about the pain. I knew what it was. I knew how long it would last. And it was for something that I ultimately wanted. There was no emotional context. Then you've got your prefrontal cortex. Now that is all about the cognitive aspect of the pain. What does this pain mean? What memories do I have about this pain? Has anything like this happened before? What is the intellectual process that happens with this pain? Then you've got your insula. Your insula is kind of the alarm center. I'm cold, I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm sore. I'm sore, so that's the alarm section of the brain. So pain is not just cause and effect. I cut myself and I hurt, although sometimes, yeah. But it's about something happening in the body that then goes through this big complex system to produce the result of pain. So yeah, hypnosis cannot heal a wound. That's why we have band-aids and stitches as surgeons and all of modern medicine. But where hypnosis can help is in these various aspects. We can turn down the physical sensation of that pain, the emotional suffering it causes, the way you think and respond to your pain, the level of alarm that your pain causes. All of that hypnosis can treat and help to manage. This is especially valuable for chronic pain. Acute pain often is because of an acute cause and something does need to be medically done about it. Chronic pain, often there is nothing physically happening anymore, but the pain is still there. Now that's not to say it's all in your head. Your body is still producing all of these pain symptoms. Your pain is very real, but there is no longer an acute cause. Your brain has just got very, very good at producing painful sensations. But yeah, as I say, hypnosis can help with a lot of that. So if you're interested in learning more or have any questions about chronic pain, comment, send me a message, give me a call, and let's chat. But remember, pain is not what you think it is.